Dishonored. It is a special kind of game. It is an amazing kind of game. It is the greatest game of all time, except for the games that are better than it, which is not very many. But yes, Dishonored is pretty good. Dishonored 1, it's a masterpiece, and so is the second one, mind you. But I'm going to talk about the first one right now. The first Dishonored. It is such a good game, and it has so many things that are great about it, and I love this game. And I'm acting like I just played it for the first time. I haven't. I've played this game many times throughout the years. I played this for the first time probably like 7, 8 years ago, and it's a fantastic game. And I feel like it's a game that not a lot of people know about, not a lot of people appreciate, and it's amazing. And it's crazy how we could have so many other games out there that in my opinion just aren't that good, but people just they goo in their own pants about them, they goo themselves to sleep. And then we have a game called Dishonored, and it's no one fucking knows about it. Or that's not entirely true, there's people who know about it, but I feel like a lot of people don't really give the game a chance, and that's sad because it's such an amazing game, and I implore anybody to play it. Just try it out. Just give it a chance. You know, it's a stealth game. And I guess not everybody's into stealth games, but it also is an optionally stealth game. You don't have to be stealthy. It's just recommended because you can get killed pretty easily. But I think what I really want to talk about mainly in this game, I guess what I'll talk about first is the story. Now, it's basically a revenge story. It's fine. It's serviceable. I know some people who love Dishonored story will probably shit on my mouth for saying that it's fine and serviceable, but that's just how I feel about it. I don't really think the story in Dishonored is that amazing. It's just fine. It gets you through it. Um, I think what I really want to talk about is the gameplay, the um, ambience, the ambient music in the game is really good, and also the level design. Those are the three aspects of Dishonored that really bring it to its greatness, and I love it so much. And I think what really makes those things so good, especially the combat, is the freedom you're given. Now, of course, the music is just kind of like the cherry on top. It complements everything else. So I guess I'll just say that about the music. It complements the rest of the game, and it makes you feel gooey inside. It makes you feel amazing, and I'm like, ooh, this game, it's so immersive. I love it. But what really brings it together is level design and combat, and how those two things complement each other so well. And the thing about level design in this game is that you could approach this game in so many different ways, so many ways of playing through the game. You could go through the game killing every single person you see. You could go through the game killing nobody that you have to see. And sometimes, if you don't want to kill a certain target, you have to look around and figure out a way to do that. And it's awesome. And you're rewarded for looking around and figuring out how to take out this person without actually having to take their life. It's awesome. It's a masterpiece of a game. There's so many things that you could do. The exploration is so rewarded in these games. I think that's probably my biggest tip for anybody who wants to start Dishonored. You have to explore the levels. You have to look through them. Don't just run to wherever you're trying to get to and go, okay, everything's fine. No, look around, grab bullets, grab arrows, grab coins, get food, get your health items and your magic items. Your I can't remember what they're called right now. The blue and the red consumables. You really need those, and I mean, I guess you don't really need them as long as you're sneaky, but they help. They help a lot, especially your first time playing and you don't really know the levels that well. You know, it's a game that I think it's really special. There's a lot of love and care put into something like Dishonored, and I just can't rave about it enough. It's an amazing game. It's I think the first one for me is like a very high, strong 9 out of 10. It's not quite a 10 out of 10 for me. And I think the reason for that is, well, two reasons. One, I just don't think the story is that great. And then two, I just think the second one is better. So, like, having something to compare it to, I do think the second one blows it away in a lot of ways. But, you know, and just because of comparison, but and people might disagree with me on that. But despite that, I still love the first game. It's a fantastic game. It's probably as close to being a 10 as you can get without actually being a 10 for me. So yeah, play Dishonored, play it real good, kill everyone you see, and you'll get a good ending, I promise.
Oh, well, honor for all of the big and the small. Well, the taller they stand, well, the harder they fall. We live for today, but we die for the next. With blood in our veins, in the air, and our chest, till we step into war.